Hey, it's Joey Salvia. It's been a while since we've taken a few calls. I've slacked a little bit. I apologize. But we got a couple that we'd like to play for you right now, and we'll get right into it. And then after that, we're going to visit Carl Ruiz's new restaurant about to open up in 2 weeks, La Cubana in NYC. So let's go to 888-505-OPIE.
Hey, Ope. This is Jay Jeffrey, at Acoustic by Jay on Twitter and Instagram, and a proud-ass member of the OpieRadio Pod Squad. Shout out to the squad. First time calling in, and I wanted to congratulate you on 100 episodes.
Thank you.
It's been one hell of a ride so far. Many people will compliment you on how great the podcast is, me included, and they're absolutely right. It is great. But what they may leave out is how much better it's becoming as you rack up the episodes. Chef Carl Ruiz, you're killing it. Joey Salvia, you're killing it.
Thank you.
Littlefoot Mike Sappho, you're killing it. It's been a real joy to listen to, and I'm looking forward to many more Ope-tastic episodes.
Thank you, Jay. You had to throw in that Ope-tastic tag thing, though.
Hey, guys, Creamy Butters calling from Plymouth, Massachusetts. I know a lot of you guys are going to be coming up to Massachusetts to visit Cape Cod, and here's a couple of tips. Tip number one, Cape Cod is a shithole. I don't know why anybody would come up here.
What?
It's horrible. There's seaweed all over the beach. There's dog shit. There's ice-cold water teeming with great white sharks. Why the hell would you want to come up? I don't understand. It's beyond me.
Oh.
Also, traffic is terrible. You're going to make my traffic terrible. I work in Braintree, live on the South Shore. I don't want to have that long ride home. So please, if it's bumper-to-bumper traffic, remember, ride the bumper of the guy in front of you. You're doing 2 miles an hour. You don't need to have 6 car lengths in between, okay? You got to smarten up. And also, if traffic's moving along at 60 miles an hour, ride the fucking bumper of the guy in front of you. I still need to get home. I can't have the car in the right lane get in front of you and cut you off and then go fucking slower. You got to think about me, people. These are the things that you have to do, all right? I'll have more tips as the summer goes on. But anyways, peace and love, Pod Squad. And if anybody wants to grab a beer or play some pool, if you do visit Cape Cod, hit me up on Twitter, man. I'd look forward to that. Later, buddies.
It's all about you. At Creamy Butters on Twitter. Follow him. He's a great guy. Thank you, Rich.
What's up, Opie, Carl? Sergeant Mark here. It's been a little while. I figured I'd give it a little break to calling, let some of the other pod squatters give a shout-out.
Kind of you.
Since they're all slacking, I figured I'd give a call back. We need to set something up in July where I can get all the pod squads out. Hopefully you and Carl come meet us.
Yeah.
Do a little show there.
Nice.
Have us all hanging out, saying a couple funny, stupid things that don't make sense. Hopefully everyone can make it. That way I can get to see Carly in person.
Oh.
Holy shit, she's hot. And I get to finally see Butters and all his glory. So everybody in the pod squad, stay strong. Opie, Carl, you're funnier than ever. Carl, I hope the restaurant goes off and kicks major ass.
Yep.
Other than that, I started a new job. It fucking blows. All I do is watch TV, making $50,000 a year watching Netflix. It really fucking sucks. I'm never so much tired than I am now. Literally sitting there doing nothing. God, it blows.
God bless you.
Anyway, Sergeant Mark out. Joey, wrap it.
Thank you, Sergeant Mark. Hey, we just happened to be at Carl Ruiz's new restaurant opening in 2 weeks, so let's get right into the episode.
It is time once again for the OpieRadio podcast. I'm a little shy though because I'm in Carl's kitchen at La Cubana.
Yes.
And you got people working all around you right now as you continue to prepare for the big opening of the restaurant.
Right.
I was downstairs, walked on through, and man, it looks very close, Carl.
Remember that? Everyone's like, I don't think you're going to make it. So much. I love how everyone's a construction expert.
Yeah.
And I was like, this one guy comes in, it's Carl. And I love when people pull me aside, like to give me that fake friendship.
Yeah.
You got a minute?
Yeah.
I'm like, no. I'm literally on Instagram. It's more important than you. And he's like, I know about these things. It's going to take a long time. You're not going to make it in May.
Really?
I'm like, really? I said, what happened to your restaurant? Why was it delayed?
Yeah.
He said, I don't have a restaurant. Oh, well, your store. Like,
yeah.
What construction? Did you use Talcon? Who'd you use?
Yeah. What is
No.
Yeah. What is this knowledge based on?
It's like, well, when I was at Lowe's. Lowe's? Yeah. I'm just like, boo, 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 boo.
Exactly. No, I think I think you're like 2 weeks out.
2 weeks with 2
right?
weeks hard out. It's a hard out.
Hard out. 2 weeks from right now, as we record this podcast, La Cubana will be open.
We have no choice. We're out of money.
Out of money.
Budget's done.
It's been amazing to watch this whole thing come together. I mean, we've been talking about La Cubana on the podcast before it was called La Cubana.
Yeah, we didn't even have a name.
And now fast forward, you're just about there, man.
Just about there.
The kitchen looks great. There's pots on the stove. You guys have been cooking off and on for the last, month?
For a month, yeah.
Just cooking and trying out shit and
Cooked,
honing recipes.
About 200 pounds of meat so far.
Wow.
150 pounds of pig. It's not a lot.
Right.
And maybe 800 pounds of rice, getting that right.
Right.
We figured out a lot of little stuff. Like one of the stoves was canted a little bit, wasn't level, so things were burning. I mean, it's like a Formula One car. You have to get it
right. I was here the other day as you were serving pig. Oh my God, it was so good. Because we're sitting at a table that's in the middle of the kitchen. And I believe you're going to do something with this table with fans.
Yeah, people like it. People like this table. I mean, it'll be expensive for you to come up here because if I'm busy and I got to tolerate your ass with fucking Snapchat filters and shit,
right?
You got to make money.
But I think it would be a great dining experience. You sit at this table because it has such a good vibe. I've been at this table, I don't know, a few times in the last month or so. Yeah, man. And there's newspapers and people are hanging around.
I walked into the thing and the construction guy's like, Opie's here.
I just walk in now.
Just stroll in.
Is Carl here? No. All right, I'm going upstairs and I'm waiting for him.
The guys that delivered the banquettes are in. Did you see them?
I saw. They look gorgeous.
So the guy that delivered the banquettes, one guy just sent it, just winged it, nicked the fucking brand new floor.
No.
Yeah. That's what I was downstairs just now.
So that's the crap you got to deal with over and over again, right?
And then I look at the guy.
Yeah.
And it's just blank.
You don't care.
They don't really care.
Well, why would he? It's not his restaurant.
It's not his restaurant.
You know? So.
And it's like right where the banquette doesn't cover it. Like
no
right
kidding.
There.
So you're gonna have to resand it and.
No, I'll just say it's like Cuba. It's authentic. It's kind of authentic. The floor sucks.
What's that? Oh, it's authentic Cuba.
Yeah, we aged the floor.
You know, we aged the metal gates and stuff.
Yeah.
We aged the floor a little bit.
I haven't empanada, fatso.
To have the real Cuban experience.
Yes.
So how was the bus ride? I got to tell people. I go, Carl, man. We got to do a podcast from La Cubana today in the kitchen, and Carl's like, I'll meet you at 11, and then I get the texaroo that train is busted.
So wait,
once again, and you're on a bus.
Say New Jersey Transit should be ashamed of itself.
How about all transit?
Yeah,
the Long Island Railroad, where I'm used to, is a mess. The city, the New York City subways are a mess.
And I'm spoiled because I lived and worked in the same town.
Yeah.
So I've been out of this for 10 years where I literally, my neighbor will give me a ride to my deli or do whatever. I didn't, there was never any traffic. I lived for 10 years without traffic.
Yeah.
Because, Chatham, there's no traffic.
Yeah.
Only at 8:15 when all the Range Rovers get piled up to drop off those ungrateful monsters of those kids. And then at 3:30 when the drunk moms are fucking trading paint, fucking all wind up because they've been at a fucking Chatham wine mixer since 11 a.m.
They said they were going to yoga.
Oh, you could tell, like, when they yell out the window, Brandon! Like, oh. And then when they get really fucked up in the spring, like, they send one mom with a minivan and just puts the whole class in there.
Right.
Because all the moms are sloshed by the pool.
Hammered. Oh, so they pick one mom to be the
designated
picker-upper?
Yeah, and then all the kids show up.
Yeah.
I'm in the corner with the one mom that's just she's not making it, the injured gazelle.
I need to help you, honey.
It's 9 o'clock. What are you doing?
Let me help you get home.
Making dinner for Charlene and the kids. I'll be home in an hour.
You have any rosé in the?
Oh, they got rosé
in the fridge.
You got to see Chatham on Wednesday's recycling day.
Yeah.
You think that everyone threw a fucking kegger, like the fucking green bucket outside, overflowing with wine bottles.
Oh, really?
Oh,
because they recycle their wine bottles in Chatham.
Yes.
Oh, that's embarrassing for some people.
Oh, well, my buddy, his wife, she used to make him put the wine bottles in the car and go down to the recycling center.
Right on.
She wanted to, Protestant.
She wanted to keep it a little
Protestant, that puritanical.
She wanted to keep it a little quiet.
She wanted to keep the little drinking problem, quiet.
How was the bus ride though, man?
What happens is,
I think I would love to be on a bus because I like to
shut
just.
Up, Opie. No one wants to. Everyone loves it. If it was just like if we were at Niagara Falls and putting a new hot water heater, you hear that?
I hear that.
Podcast noise.
There's going to be a lot of podcasts.
If you want to when I'm in California, no one's on the bus, and I'm going to a brewery.
Yeah.
Right? Hey, I'm on the bus. It's fun. You hit the little strip, and you get off, say bye to the bus driver. But when you're 3 hours late to your restaurant, and you're at the train station, and the first thing is, so we're all standing there, and it's the 913. The 913 has been to New York from Denville has been canceled.
Oh,
over this crackly little microphone.
Right.
And everyone's like, oh, fuck you, Jersey Transit. I mean, everybody's blacking out. And then they try to make you feel guilty. There has been a fatality on at the Watchung station in Montclair.
Yeah.
So then everyone stays quiet because someone died. I'm like, who cares?
That's human nature.
You know what I mean? I'm like still mad. I don't care.
When you're in a terrible traffic jam on the highway, the same thing. If you've been in traffic for an hour and a half, you start mumbling to yourself, "It better be good when I finally see the crash.
There better be a fucking airplane crash into this thing.
There better be a head just rolling on the highway."
So then I have to take a 7-minute walk in the rain to the bus station in Denville. And then I became like a community organizer.
Yeah.
There's just a bunch of Mexicans waiting for the train.
Right.
And that speaker might as well fucking sing Sweet Home Alabama. They don't know what the fuck that thing is.
They don't know what just happened.
You know? So I'm like, amigo, no traino, vamonos. So then like one guy was going to Madison, one guy worked for a landscaping thing. So I figured out what all their buses were, and I fucking went with a gaggle of people. So it was like me and 12 fucking Mexicans.
You're a community organizer. I
Well,
like
it's
it.
my people, man.
I like
you know
it.
what I mean? Like,
you gotta take care of them.
you know, like the white people don't say nothing. They just look at them like, you're on your own. They get in their Lexus, and then they drive to the city.
They go, El Home Depot.
Yeah.
That away.
Adios, amigo. Buenas noches. So so then I get on the bus.
Yeah.
And I get on the first seat. So I remember from being on the bus, the first seat, aisle side on the right, has a little barrier where the stairs go up.
Yeah, sure.
You put your bag in the far seat.
Perfect.
And that way you block out everybody.
You're all blocked out.
Because people will look at you, they think there's more seats in the back, so they're not going to ask you to move your bag.
Right.
They're going to go in the back
Of
and
course.
ask someone else. Because once they start getting to like the 6th or 7th before the last aisle, they start to panic, and then they play hot potato.
Right.
Like musical chairs. Then they sit down wherever.
Yeah.
But the first chair, the natural reaction to people are, there'll be more chairs in the back.
Yeah, I know.
And you never get no one to sit next to you. So that's the one reason there. And number two, if there's an accident, I'm getting maximum lawsuit. Fucking windshield glass in my head. I'm getting everything.
Who thinks of that?
I'm trying to catch it. Bro, I lost a lot of money. I'm trying to catch a lawsuit, cuz.
You should be one of those guys in Russia where they just walk in front of cars.
Opie,
To the point, in Russia that that's such a problem that pretty much every car now has a camera.
Yeah.
They had to go that route because too many people were going for the lawsuit in Russia. I don't even know what it is in Russia, but they're doing it to get some kind of assistance.
You know, so I literally could watch Russian crash videos 24 hours a day.
Right.
Those people are numbskulls.
They're great actors, though.
Oh, they are.
they make believe they trip, and next thing you know, they're hitting,
But
in
I'm
front of a car.
I'm sitting there like,
and rolling off the
like,
hood.
this fucking government, and then the government in the news, Russia. They make them sound like some masterminds. All
Yeah.
you have to do is watch Russian videos for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, they're not.
Yeah.
They're a bunch of numbskulls.
Yeah, they don't play though, man. I think they're the number one country for those crazy ass kids doing those height videos where they're jumping from one ledge to another.
I told you the story about my brother went to Harvard with some kid who was he went to Harvard Law. They played whatever patsies or I don't know. My brother, he's not
Right.
that dude. But anyway, my brother's friend got a job working for these Russians in Brighton Beach. And my brother says to him, be careful, bro. Those guys they really don't care. And Siberians, fucking just mean motherfuckers. And my brother was still young. The kid was still young. The guy's like, oh, come on, sheltered life.
Right. It can't be that bad.
Come on. Those are the movies.
Right.
I mean, how do you think they got the idea for the movie?
I saw Rocky.
Yeah, Ivan Drago loses at the end because using drugs isn't fair. I've never seen good people win in real life.
Right.
Like in my world, the mean guy wins. And he's like 70, and he's still fucking
He's
Whitey
still
Bulger
winning
style, and living in a condo. Podcast on.
Little ice bucket. A giant ice bucket, actually. Oh, chilling out. Oh, wow, chilling some pork chops.
Yeah.
I know what we're having for lunch.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah, Brighton Beach, go ahead.
he's at Brighton Beach, and he's an attorney for these people. They own these social clubs with him. All of a sudden, I'm talking to my brother. I said, "Hey, what happened to your buddy working at Brighton Beach?" He's like, "He's gone." I said, "What do you mean?" He goes, "They came in to rob the joint. They tied him to a chair and they decapitated him."
What?
Yeah.
And that was it.
And that was it.
Nice and clean.
Take your Harvard degree and shove it up your open neck.
Wow, you gotta have some street knowledge. You need street knowledge with that degree.
Common sense.
Common sense.
Don't go there. If the signs are in Russian and you're in Brooklyn, don't go there.
Right. How was Mom's Day? Mother's Day. I saw your tweet and your Instagram. Carl's on Instagram at Sabor Chef. Literally, I'm not kidding. One of the best follows. One of the best follows between the food and the Ruizing and just the other stuff you come up with. It is really funny.
I call my mother in
Yeah.
Florida, and it's literally a carousel of misery. And she can't be happy. She doesn't know how to be happy. I think sadness makes her happy.
Yeah,
I really do.
Some people that's their motivation to get out of bed in the morning.
I'm like, Mom, happy Mother's Day. This is the first, not hi.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the first thing she does. Oh, what's the matter? Do you know the guy that lived in 402? No. And then you realize you can't say that because then she'll give you every detail.
Sure.
You know the guy
Right.
with the shirts.
Right.
He said hi to you once. He saw you on the Food Network.
Right.
You know his son. They're in Maryland, like Georgie.
Right.
Right? You know. Remember you had the bad knee? And I'm like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, that guy. Still don't know who he is.
Big fan. What's
Right.
going on? Your grandmother's going in the elevator. He's in there dead. I'm like, Ma, all right, cool.
Did you get did you get the flowers I sent you?
Yeah, did you get the wild edibles that I sent you?
Right.
So that's number one. I'm like, all right, Mom, that's a shame. Oh, kid fell in the pool yesterday. Someone wasn't watching him. Fell in the pool. The paramedics were here. I got nervous and I tripped on the ramp.
Why are you getting nervous? Why are you getting nervous? Just observe.
Just observe. Calm down.
Right.
But my mom doesn't know how to keep a story about something else without her being the main character.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It has to be about her. She brings it back to herself.
Yeah. She's like, the key card didn't work to get into the gym.
Right.
There was two. Do you remember Darlene? I'm like, yes, I do. She's crying, knocking on the door. She's been in there for 2 hours. She can't get out of the gym. She says, so I run into the lobby, and the air conditioner was too high. So now I have a chest cold.
Right.
So now I don't even know what happened to this lady at the gym. She's like, and then I got the pharmacist gave me the wrong Sudafed, and now I'm dizzy. I'm like,
I just called to wish you a happy Mother's
I'm
Day.
like, my dad must. The smile on my dad's face when he realized he was getting Alzheimer's must have been incredible.
It's one way to. That's one way to spin that shit. That horrible
I
disease.
can just see him like as soon as he starts forgetting something, you just sit there.
He's like,
take
thank
me
you.
home, country road to the place. That's like when my grandfather had macular degeneration.
Yeah.
And he would always sit in this little leather couch loaded. So they were already living in Miami, and my grandmother goes, "You know, your grandfather's blind now," and he goes, "The best thing that's ever happened to me."
You wombat!
You monster! Right? You sea creature!
Thank you, Lord.
Thank you. Looks like she's covered in seaweed. looks like she was the chef on the Black Pearl.
That's funny.
So yeah, that was talking to Mom, and then she talks about, you know,
she just complained the whole time.
yes, and then like this is how she enters, wants to know about my life.
Yeah.
So how are you? Devastated?
Why?
I'm like, wow, I'm doing great. I mean, to lose everything.
Mom, that was a year ago. I'm kind of getting through it finally.
She's like, you didn't stand a chance. She cleaned your
Oh my God.
I mean, just wouldn't fucking.
How many I told you so's?
About 60,
of
bro.
course.
It was like a rapid fire.
I don't know if you remember, but I remember I told you so.
And then she makes up stories. Like, she adds my father to old stories to validate whatever she said. She's like, remember, I looked at Jesse and I said, Jesse, this is a problem. I'm like, he had Alzheimer's at my wedding. He was drooling with cake all over his face. like, what are you talking about, Mom? And she just keeps going.
I think we have. I learned through this podcast we have very similar moms.
Yeah.
They love living with that dark black cloud that just follows them wherever they go.
But they bring it with them.
That's what I mean.
They bring it with them.
No, it's tied to a rope and they pull the black cloud with them.
Exactly. It's like, you know that Skittles commercial where the Skittles come out of the cloud? Like It's the same thing except shit comes down.
Yeah.
I mean, it's awful.
I decided this year to send my mom flowers from proflowers.com, which is true.
Right.
With some chocolates because she
Did you get hooked up from Pro Flowers?
Of course.
You're a
but
piece of shit.
No, why? Why is that bad? They got a great product.
Get that little crocodile arm and get in there.
They got a great product.
They got a great product.
my voice is getting high.
Didn't they mess up once?
No. Well,
you're thinking about the free flowers? Absolutely not, Carl.
No. In all fairness, I'm not. I think it was more my fault. That was 2 years ago.
Right.
That's what's key to this story. I decided to send my mom something for Mother's Day because last year we did the old pass-a-roo.
You passed
because 2 years ago was when my mom called the day we got let go at SiriusXM, or the day I got let go at SiriusXM. It's all good now,
I never
people.
got picked up till I get let go.
Right? Yeah, exactly. But so the day that we found out we weren't continuing at SiriusXM was the day she called me, and she goes, "I got your flowers," and it was. It was after Mother's Day, but she holds it in her head. She's just lying in wait.
Right.
And then she goes, I got your Mother's Day flowers. I said this on the podcast, but I'm just refreshing everyone's memory. And she goes, it was 2 days late. And she just lost her mind that her Mother's Day gift was 2 days late.
Yeah.
Who the fuck does that?
They'd be best friends.
Yeah, exactly.
My mom and your mom would be burning shit in that wood-fired stove in the kitchen.
They would have tea parties at a cemetery.
Oh, yeah. My mom, and then here's what makes me really angry about my mom.
Yeah.
Is everything is doom and gloom. With me, I'm like, how's grandma? She fell twice. So I'm thinking this week.
Yeah.
She's like, no, remember?
In 1979.
In 87 when I painted the garage green, and I'm like, Mom. And then, so everybody sucks, right? Everybody's dying, fucking broke, communist.
Right.
America's falling apart.
The world's against her.
The world's against her.
The world and her family's against her.
And no one understands. She's just trying to help them, and they snap at her, even though people run from her.
Yeah.
Because they don't, oh my God!
Yeah.
Poison's coming down the hallway. Pure poison. Right?
Oh my God, lead chips! Oh my God, run!
Toxic cloud, run!
Right.
They start burning. So, and this really gets my fucking gears, it grinds my gears.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm like, so, oh, that's good, Mom. Well, I'm glad everything sucks and everything. And she's like, George is doing amazing. The girls my brother's kids are perfect. If you listen to my mom, you think they knew how to fucking fly. They're like the Indestructibles, or what do they call those? The Indepensables?
Oh, the Incredibles?
Yeah. Well, those fucking guys. That's my brother's favorite.
Right.
Oh, Katie's running a marathon. Do you believe it? With all the stuff that she has to do. She's running a marathon, and she's eating perfect. And I'm like, Mom, they have 2 living nannies, and she's a fucking millionaire.
Right. They have no worries in life.
Oh, your brother took them to a kids' comedy show. I'm like, I don't care if there's all Vic Henley. I just
Has she ever hit you up with the why can't you be like Georgie?
Yeah, but
does she pit you guys against each other ever?
It used to be like fucking Game of Thrones when I was little.
Wow.
George is done with his homework. I'm like, Mom, I can't fucking spell. I'm a feral cat.
I got dyslexia, Ma.
Mom, I got dyslexia. No one in our family's had that, right? So it's just like...
You just need to watch a little more TV to learn English, and you'll be right with
Georgie.
Georgie.
Sex with those trollops.
The trollops. Jesus. So my wife was the one. She goes, "You want to send some to your mom for Mother's Day?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we took last year off. What the hell? We'll bounce back into this game." And I go, "But could you do me a favor? Make sure it's late."
Oh my God.
And my wife's got a good sense of humor. She got a good laugh out of that. And I'm like, but after she stopped laughing, I'm like, "No, for real, can you?"
Wow.
I want to see if she learned her lesson.
Oh my God.
Because we haven't seen her now in 2 years because of that little explosion she had toward me. So
when you date, I'm dating a 25-year-old, she can care less about at 4 o'clock. She's like, "Oh my God, it's Mother's Day!" Like 9 JMOs in.
JMOs.
I'm on the JMO train.
One more thing about moms. So I was driving my kids to school today.
Right.
And I almost rear-ended a school bus.
I can see that. You are so fucking...
No, I'm a good...
You're not a good driver.
I'm a good driver.
You're a better driver than Robert.
Oh, Robert's a terrible driver.
You think it's because of the feet?
Yeah, he can't really reach the pedals. I'm gonna get...
It's like putting a little monkey on a jet ski. His arms stretch out, he flies off the mat.
And then he gets so mad because I guess he was a trucker or something. So
Robert was a trucker?
Didn't he say that on the way to Rochester? He was like a trucker for a little while. That explains a lot of things. But
you think he was got me as a trucker? Was he like the gentleman trucker? Like,
I don't know. But
where did he truck from? Scotland to England?
When we were making fun of his driving skills when we were going to Rochester to see Brother Weeze, he was very insulted. And he either said on the podcast or off the podcast that he was a trucker for a little while. I'm almost positive.
Well, he's under investigation.
So anyway,
call him. Ask him if he's a trucker.
I almost rear-ended. You want me to call him? I almost rear-ended a bus this morning as I was bringing my kids to school because there was a sign on the back of the bus that brought me back to being a kid. You ever see the back of school buses? It says, "This bus has been checked for sleeping children."
Yes.
I was dreaming like, oh, that would have been nice to just be left on a bus so I could have a peaceful sleep.
Oh my God.
Without my mom waking me up in the middle of the night.
What a life. Imagine your
make
home life that you dreamed of being left on a bus.
Just so I could get a good night's sleep. I would have accepted that. Just in some kind
You're
of...
lucky you get raped by the night watchman.
Right. Just in some school bus parking lot by myself in the back seat, just snoozing without waking up in the middle of the night because my mom's face is an inch from mine to see if I'm still breathing.
Do you think she was happy that you were still breathing? Did she ever look at me with disappointment? Did she go,
Yeah, she had a grocery list in one hand as she was leaning over checking to see if I was breathing. Went, damn it, I can't cross some of this stuff off my list.
Oh my God, this story has nothing to do with that.
But it is the truth. I saw that sign. It just brought me to a place as a kid thinking, wow, you know what? That's not the worst thing in the world to be in a bus parking lot just snoozing the night away.
I remember the Four Seasons in Toronto, and I've never felt worse about myself.
Right.
1 second. So I'm checking in, and back then I used to only stay at Four Seasons, so I would get, points.
Right.
So we get to the Four Seasons, and I check in. Now I'm with the Food Network, so they take care of the base, and then I take care of the extra.
Robert?
Yes.
Me and Carl are podcasting at La Cubana in the kitchen.
Yes.
And I need to ask you, were you ever a trucker?
I was never a trucker.
I knew it.
Carl wins. Because when we were making fun of your driving on the way to Rochester, I thought you were insulted because you told me you were a trucker.
No, I was never a trucker.
All right. That's it.
Okay.
Everything else good?
Just keeping the plate spinning, man.
Keeping the plate spinning, man. All right. We miss you today.
Oh.
We had no one to beat up today.
Yeah, nobody. Should turn on each other soon.
We are.
I can feel it, too. I can feel it. We're going to turn on each other.
All right. To Toronto.
So I get upgraded to a suite.
Yeah.
as I'm getting on the suite, I'm like, who the fuck is this guy who's in the hallway?
Right.
It's Justin Bieber.
Really?
Justin Bieber and Drake were having a concert.
Wow.
So I'm like, sweet. So I go, and I'm in the penthouse. There's a floor that has 4 penthouse rooms or something like that. I'm not sure. But Drake wasn't staying there because he lives in Toronto.
Yeah.
He has a place in Toronto. But Justin was staying there. So there's a full-time security guard in the penthouse elevator and everything. And I'm like, cool. This is going to be awesome. So I get to my room, beautiful room. And I'm like, oh, wow. I open the curtains. I want to see downtown Toronto. I open the curtains and I hear, it felt like thousands of people screaming.
No kidding.
Screaming. Girls, just
Right.
like girl voice. I'm like, what's up with this?
Right.
So I open my balcony, have a ciggy, and it's all the girls, and they see that I'm not Justin Bieber. When I come back, they go, oh, all of Toronto, just this disappointment as they're looking at me. It was so fun. And I just put my cigarette out on the floor, and I walked back, and I closed the shades. It was so embarrassing. They're like, ah! And then, like, just this deep, who's that fucking ogre?
Oh my God, it's great. What were you doing in Toronto?
We were doing a food festival.
Oh, really?
We were doing a food festival. I was doing it with Guy.
Right.
And then that night, we hooked up with Drake, and we cooked till like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Is Drake your cool guy?
Oh, dude, the coolest dude.
Is he really?
He's a really nice guy.
Yeah.
Everybody should have a little Canada in him. You know what I mean? Like real nice. And,
Yeah. I live close to Canada. Those people are.
yeah, cool.
They're cool. They're cool.
Cool.
Speaking of food, I think you'd be proud. I made homemade pizza for the kid for his birthday.
Did he like the apron?
Yes. I didn't wear it though.
Because it's for you. It's for him.
It's big.
So you thought
Yeah.
I gave you an apron?
You said it was for the kids,
He's
but
not
it's
start thinking about other people.
no. You said it was for the kids, but they're big.
So then you just decided, like the jail warden, that this is mine now?
Well,
When I was a kid, I would like to get stuff from adults, like real stuff.
right.
You could wrap it around him a couple times.
Well, I didn't know I could do that.
Okay.
I'm
You
serious.
totally just took the apron.
What?
You took the aprons. What are you doing?
No, I took them home.
Did you give them to Lindsay for Mother's Day? You would do something like that.
I would be
Let me
the.
ask you a question.
And this.
Did you have Lindsay wash them? Or did you take
No,
them back because
there's-
you were worried about germs?
No, they're still in the plastic.
Hanging out on the window?
No, they're just on a pile. I'll
They're
get to
for your
them.
kids.
They're gonna appreciate it.
When?
Well, I don't think we needed to put the aprons on and make homemade pizza.
Oh, I think you should have just ordered pizza because it probably
No, my
Oh,
pizza would be crushed.
crushed what? Crushed your teeth.
Well, first of all, I got the pizza dough from Trader Joe's.
All right. Wait a second. That's not making pizza.
I made pizza.
That's assembling pizza.
That's good enough, right?
When you say pizza, I thought you had yeast and you had water or flour.
Who has time for that?
Pizzerias.
I Googled pizza dough, and Trader Joe's gets a good review. And I'm close to a Trader Joe's, so I went and got the pizza dough.
Oh, you and your little barrels shuffling over there to get your...
Well, then I put too much flour on my counter.
and then it got doughy.
It got too dry, so then I
Yeah.
couldn't spread it out because it kept wanting to go back to center.
Well, you have to let it rest.
What do you mean?
You did it on marble, right? Well, everything in your house is
Yeah, a little marble countertop.
Yeah.
What do you mean that you have to let it rest?
Well, you roll it a little bit, you got to let it rest.
No, I just use my hands.
You use your hand.
Yes.
Like a professional pizza guy.
Yes. Yeah, I didn't roll.
Show me a picture of the pizza.
I don't think I took pictures of it. No, I'm serious. I don't think I took pictures of it.
Because it was shit.
But then I added some olive oil to the dough.
Oh, wow. That's not good.
No, because I had to re-stretch it out.
With olive oil?
Yeah, because I
So
felt.
then you're making focaccia. You
No, I
monster.
felt like I didn't have enough moisture in the dough, and that's why it was wanting to go back to center and not staying spread out. And then I added the oil, and then I was able to push it all out. And then, why are you giving me that angry look?
It's all wrong.
I thought this would be a bonding moment between me and you.
It's
Finally,
not. It's a disconnecting moment.
why is it a disconnecting moment?
sitting in a
You
professional
motivated me to try
Why
cooking
wouldn't you
more.
call me and say, hey, listen, I am a cooking illiterate.
Right,
Carl, my friend,
right.
how am I going to do this? But no. Well, then I put some oil and then stretched it.
No, bro, man. You just go to YouTube and you type in how to.
Yeah, right.
So I wrote how to make pizza,
Okay.
and then I got my Prego tomato sauce.
Oh my god! These kids are eating shelter pizza. That's orphanage pizza.
Spread the Prego sauce on, a little on the thick
They
side.
said they liked it because they love daddy. But those kids are good.
Oh no, my son is.
Well, boys with their dad are always good.
No,
I used to be like, my dad's the best. As he was punching me in the back of the head. Boys are like that.
You know,
A girl will tell you the truth. Like, Daddy, don't make any more pizza. It's making our belly hurt.
No, they both have the tell it like it is attitude that I have,
Oh, I wonder what
which
they
I
got
used
that
to I used to love until I got kids, and now they tell it like it is.
Daddy's getting fat.
It is stuff like that.
I know.
They will poke at your shit. But I'll never forget. I was in the bathtub, and I was just taking a bath, and one of them walked
Did your brother
in.
go in already? Were you number two?
No, that's one luxury we
Were you sucking your own
appreciate.
dick?
Everyone gets to use their own water. And I remember my son walking in. He was like barely, probably 2.5. Walks right up to the tub, right?
Right.
And starts poking my chest, and goes, "Daddy, you have boobies."
Oh, no.
Nothing is more
That's
humiliating.
humiliating.
So I got out of the bathtub and I threw all the Lucky Charms out, and I've been relatively good ever since.
Yeah.
But so then I spread the Prego sauce a little on the thick side,
Right.
and then guess what cheeses I use? You'll be proud.
What?
Mozzarella.
True.
Mozzarella.
All right. No, mozzarella's fine.
I usually say mozzarella, but I was
Right.
trying to we're in a kitchen and stuff, so
Yeah,
I'm
I-
trying to speak
chef
the
it up.
language.
Trying to
I'm
chef
chefing it up a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
bit. But I also know you got to cut that shit. So I got a nice Colby Jack up top. No up top.
Colby Jack.
Colby Jack.
What? So your pizza's Prego?
Prego.
What did you get? Low moisture, whole milk mozzarella?
Sure.
Did you get Nature's Best or some shit?
It was some organic thing.
Ah! All right, so you got shit mozzarella. Colby Jack doesn't belong on pizza.
A little sprinkle.
Oh, you did a little.
A little bit.
Did you buy Would you buy shredded? or
Shredded. Shredded. I blew off the Parmesan.
feathered? Nice.
And
that's big move with Italian food. You know what? F the Parmesan.
And I.
Next, get rid of the tomatoes. Just put ranch
And-
and put your garbage fucking sauce on it.
Ooh, not a bad idea. And then I blew off the provolone. I went mozzarella and Colby Jack. What do you think?
I hate it.
The-
I hate everything about it.
And the first pie was a little mushy,
Imagine.
and it was a little on the thick side in the middle
Okay.
because the whole dough
Yeah.
wanted to go back to center, like I told
Right.
you.
And then you had that oil bath on it, which was
Oil
nice.
bath because there might have been a little too much cheese. And then, but the second one was thinner. And even my son, he goes, "Dad, I just want to tell you, the second pizza, much better."
Oh, no.
Tells it like it is. He goes, "It's much better."
Oh my God, Opie, why?
Why not, man?
Just call me.
I don't want to call you for everything. I got to learn some of this stuff on my own, Carl. Right?
You call me for other shit. You call me for reservations.
Yeah, man. The little frog. The little
You
frog.
gotta call me earlier than what you call me.
What happened? Calling you at 4:00 on Mother's Day is bad.
It's a problem. Even people that work in restaurants go out on Mother's Day.
I need a restaurant suggestion. So I texted Carl. I go, "Where is it?" Oh, and I could just, even though you didn't, I could tell that it took you a minute or two to write me back. So I'm like, oh, he's not panicking, but he doesn't want to deal with this shit right now.
No, it was the complete opposite. When I look at it, I'm like, all right, let me get this done right now.
All right. I did text this. What a coincidence. You're having a fried pork chop for lunch, and I'm having lunch with a fried pork chop.
Oh my God, that was.
No. No.
That's really funny.
No, I'm just trying to find the other text. Okay. I go, are we set for that restaurant today, my brother?
You fucking ass.
I purposely wrote my brother because I knew this was a little nerve-wracking on my part to write you last minute. And then you wrote, I tried at least 5 places. Everybody is booked. And then you found Little Frog, which actually they did you and me a favor and my family a favor. And we went there for Mother's Day. And I got to tell you, Carl, this place was awesome.
They knew they knew you had juice.
Really?
They know that me and my boy called. They were going to take care of you.
Oh, no kidding, man. Because as soon as I walked in, they have a French maitre d', an older guy that lived in Paris. Really nice guy.
Francois?
Yeah. And
That's the owner.
And he gave us... oh, no, it wasn't him.
Tall guy?
Yeah, with gray hair.
Yeah, Francois. He's the owner.
And he's the maitre d'?
Yeah.
Then he downplayed it.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Oh, I didn't know he was the owner.
Francois is the owner.
I believe you now.
The guy in the front, Francois, he's the owner.
The place was packed.
Right.
And with people waiting.
Yeah.
This is how much pull you have, and the other guy has pull. All of a sudden, he sits us at a table so we could sit nice as the best table in the restaurant opens up.
That's French service.
Oh my God!
Did that feel good?
It was awesome.
Yeah.
And then everything we had was just spot on. A nice like neighborhood restaurant with class, if that makes sense.
I'll tell you before we keep going about that. So I'll tell you a restaurant full. It's funny.
Yeah.
One time I was at a party and there was this girl, a foodie. She was super foodie. Blah, 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 blah. And she said, I'm going to keep the names out of it because everyone is still in the industry.
Right.
So she's talking about this celebrity chef like she knows this guy. Like she's like, yeah, because me and him and he made this dish for me once and this and that. And if it's one thing, foodies are bullshitters.
Right.
I mean, they'll go to a place. There's a restaurant in Brooklyn now where you can rent the food just to take a picture.
Oh, I heard.
Yeah.
I saw it in the paper.
You could rent the food just to take a picture.
It's kind of brilliant.
Oh, it's marketing. We're talking about it.
So what? They make like a dish and then they have like 10 or 20.
They make an extra dish and they put glue on it and everything so it looks perfect.
And then you come in and take your pictures for a price.
Yeah, for a price.
A lot less money than actually getting that meal. It's kind of brilliant. I hate to say it. No?
It's just annoying to me.
Yeah, I understand the annoyance of it.
Where the person's at.
Right.
Because I take pictures of things that I truly enjoy.
Right.
That's on my Instagram.
Well, that's how it should be,
all
obviously.
Hot dogs.
All hot dogs.
So,
burnt hot dogs up top. Finally got one. With a little sauerkraut and Gouldens.
You know what?
A little Gouldens.
That's a nice dog.
I'll go yellow if I have to, but I'd rather go Gouldens.
OpieRadio.
I'm not going very far. I'm in a rush. It's too uncomfortable. Sometimes I just forget.
Don't kid yourself. There's no such thing as a good excuse for not buckling up. If you've used any of these excuses or any others, you're putting yourself at risk of injury or death. In 2017, more than 10,000 people were unbuckled when they were killed in crashes. That's 51% of people killed in motor vehicle crashes that were not wearing seatbelts. No matter what kind of vehicle you drive, wearing your seatbelt is the best defense in a crash. Even when you sit in the back seat, you still need to buckle up. That goes for when you ride in taxis and use ride-sharing services too. Cops are on the lookout and writing tickets, so why take the risk? In 2017 alone, seatbelts saved nearly 15,000 lives. So do the smart thing and buckle up every trip, day or night. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
Opie Radio.
Carl's getting up. You got hot dogs?
I got your dog.
Oh, thank you. From Ruts?
From Grace Papaya.
Oh, you went Gray's. Thank you, sir. Let's heat the hot dog up, all right? You're not too busy to heat a hot dog up, are you?
You're like, he punches you in the face.
I can't do anything about it. Just sit back and enjoy that.
Yeah. Whoop, Opie's out. So so she's talking about the chef and this and that. Oh, at his opening. Oh my God! And the fucking. And I smelled bullshit.
Right.
I just smelled it.
Right.
So I said, I caught it real quick. I'm like, the chef's, sous chef's name was Alex. Right?
Right.
So all I did was change from Alex to John. And I'm like, isn't John the best? She's like, oh, he is. I mean, one of the best chefs de cuisine in America. I said, yeah, John, really, I mean, attention to detail. The guy's name is Alex.
Yeah.
So I said, I'm going to enjoy this. I said, started drinking and stuff like that, and I charmed her a little bit. I said, hey, why don't we go for dinner one day?
Ooh.
She goes,
Nice.
I would
Clean.
love it. I love having dinner with chefs. You guys are the best. I know them all. I'm like, all right.
She's like a chef groupie?
Chef groupie. Dangerous people.
I got to ask you about groupies in the chef profession. But go ahead. Continue.
It's like anything else. We have groupies.
But
But ours are a little,
That's what I was getting at.
Yeah. You're on the right track. So or either they're not hot or they're really, really hot.
Right.
And the really, really hot ones. It's like I went to one in Napa. Remember the girl that was eating a salad? That was
Right.
making me nuts?
Yes.
Chef groupie.
Chef groupie.
But I called my buddy Alex and I said, hey, can you do me a favor? Is Chef so-and-so in this week? Yeah, he's here from France. I said, okay, can you ask him if I can have dinner in the kitchen? Because
Nice.
and I let Alex in on it. I
Right.
said, Alex, this girl is saying. Right? So Alex is like, I'll ask him if he knows her. So he's like, all right. Alex didn't get back to me. He goes, all right, you're all set Thursday, 9 o'clock, chef's table.
Right.
Done. So I meet her at the train. We take the train uptown. I walk in. Now the service entrance to the kitchen is on the other block, so she doesn't have any idea that we're going to this iconic restaurant where she knows everybody. We hit the service entrance. There's a security guard that checks all the waiters and stuff. We're going down this kitchen corridor, almost like Goodfellas. You know what I mean? Just going down the corridor.
Nice.
And people, what's up, Cuban? What's up, Cuban? What's up, Cuban? What's up, Cuban? We go into the main part of the kitchen. On top of the wall of the kitchen, it's a 2-story kitchen, but like open, all cathedral. With air
Beautiful.
conditioning. There's a picture of this chef holding 2 geese. Right? It's a famous picture. She looks. And then she knew. She done fucked up. We sit down, I'm like, hey, this is my friend Alex. I'm like, you guys know each other. Alex goes, I don't know her. And he's doing the pass.
Yeah.
So now she's like, oh, I was thinking someone else.
Oh,
yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Right? Of course you were. Superstar. You know what I mean? Super foodie. So she's like, I was thinking something else. So we're literally by the pass. The pass like this one up behind you.
Right.
And he's working the pass. It's 9 o'clock in service. It's Thursday. So he keeps this little quail and this little beautiful French dishes, this little duck, and we're just eating. Here comes a celebrity chef with a bottle of rosé to welcome us and give us guys. So he goes, oh, welcome to my kitchen. Da, 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 da. You know, all fucking perfect regard. She's frozen. I mean, it was like she saw the worst thing she could ever see in her life. So it must have been so bittersweet for her because, number one, she's where she always said she was.
Right.
But now she's actually there. But her lies are dissolving like Thanos dust. Nice. You know, and I'm in sweatpants. You know what I mean? She's got her fucking stupid lipstick. She looks like she's going to the prom. She's all dressed up. And he comes and, bonjour.
Right.
And I'm like, chef, you guys know each other, right? I'm enjoying the fuck out of this. He goes, where do I know you from? I'm like, just right off the bat.
Wow.
She's like, no, you did a food festival. I do not do festival. No, in St. Martin. 5 years ago, I was in St. Martin, my family.
Right.
She's like, yeah, and then I saw you. Remember? He's like, I do not remember. Like French, like he's not giving a fucking inch.
Just give up on
And then he's like, oh, voila. Just pours the wine.
And that was it.
And that was it. And then,
Jesus.
she was so humiliated. And then I had her in the palm of my hand.
Right.
You know.
Now she had to make.
Then we left. I'm like, buy me a hot dog. Buy me some beers, you fucking bullshit artist.
For I tell the world, you're a phony. Unbelievable.
So tell me about Little Frog.
Little Frog was awesome, man. I had the tuna tartare. My wife had the scallops. My kids had cheeseburgers and ate them like champs.
They like the cheeseburgers?
Yeah, they just crushed it.
Like, oh, I'm so happy Daddy's not making pizza.
Pizza.
What'd you have to drink?
I went with the. I always call it the red label tequila, the Reposa, the Herradura.
Herradura. I'm telling you, it's one of my favorites.
No, you turned me on to that.
Is that a nice?
And
nice
they had that there, so I was very happy. So I said, look, make me a margarita. You know, none of that salt crap, and just a little lime juice. Don't get all sweet and crazy on me because that's such a good drinking tequila. I had a couple of those, and
what did Lynn's have?
Well, she had what you guys gave us.
What do you mean?
A really nice bottle of rosé, all chilled out.
I'm sure. Oh, they bought you a nice bottle.
Real nice bottle on the house.
How nice you are?
And then the
tell Lindsay that's Happy Mother's Day from us.
No, it was awesome. And then the maitre d' was her personal pourer, just kept coming. It was really nice, dude. You guys really took care of me and my family, and that I'd go back in a second.
We should go and eat there.
Really nice joint.
You know, one of my favorite restaurants.
And it's connected to this place. Technically, it's all the same restaurant group.
Owners.
Yeah.
There's one of my favorite restaurants, Heidelberg's, is across down the street. It's
Really?
an old German restaurant.
Really?
We gotta go.
What kind of German food?
Opie, you would love it. It's just boiled sausage, sauerkraut, and pickles. It doesn't get better than that.
Just a nice
mustard
gray
on a wood. And they give you all the different. They make the sausages there still
Right.
since the 1920s.
Wow.
It's a beautiful place. The girls wear like the skirts.
Really?
And you get the beer in the steins.
Yeah.
And it's German beer, so it all tastes like dad beer.
Are all the waitresses named Heidi?
I call them Heidi. They answer.
Hi, Heidi.
Heidi.
But we had a really, really good time. So thank you for that.
Don't mention it.
You're still mad. You're thinking, who calls me at 4:00 on Mother's Day and says, "Can you find me a reservation in New York City?" But you did it, brother. You did it.
I'm not gonna leave you out in the cold, buddy.
No, I appreciate
You got
it.
plenty of people for that.
Anyway,
You're not gonna eat your hot dog?
I want to eat my hot dog. All right, we can take a little break.
So you don't have to take a break. Just eat your fucking hot dog.
Well, we got to continue with the podcast from the kitchen at La Cubana.
We're potting it up, bro.
Look how organized it is.
This is funny.
You got 2 or 3 guys in the kitchen right now, just boiling stuff and.
Braising.
What are you doing?
Braising.
What are you trying out today, by the way?
Mission control.
So there's a board here with all sorts of dishes.
Yeah.
And then what? You try them out and then decide if it's going to make the cut or not.
Yeah. It's audition day today. So today we're auditioning 4 dishes. So what I do is I give my cooks a guideline on how I want it.
Right.
And then I come in on my, like the fat guy in Beetlejuice marker when he's
Right.
in the house. No.
Really?
Yeah.
And
Because you can only be as good as your cooks.
But how are you? But you're inviting people down here that have good palates, or how does that work?
No, just I need to move volume of food. So I'm pretty much. You got a blue check around your name, or you got a good presence, or you've done me a favor, then you come and eat. Or you're
But
my
you
friend.
also told me that you don't really care about their opinions.
I don't.
Because you just know what
I
you're
look at
looking
them.
for.
I could look at them. I know.
Yeah,
this.
because they're going to be nice. They're in the kitchen here as you're preparing it at this awesome table.
They're a $70,000
It's going to be
month
tough for them to
restaurant.
be completely honest.
They're not.
Right.
Most people aren't.
But you could just tell. Oh, so you're just moving volume of food. So you're like, you're trying the pork and going, it's not quite right, but it's good. I'll let them eat this as I
And I
mix
tweak it.
I gotcha, as you tweak. That
Right.
that makes sense. And then you narrow it down to an actual
It's a natural
menu.
manageable menu. Yeah.
And you're almost there.
I'm 70% there.
That's pretty good.
It got to the drawing board twice.
Right.
Scrapped everything and started over again.
I got to say, the last podcast we were talking about Siamese twins. I guess they call them conjoined twins these days.
You can't call them Siamese anymore?
I don't know.
Why do they keep taking our words away?
I don't know, because they call us singletons. We should be able to call them Siamese twins, right?
What are they, double twins?
I don't know. They're conjoined twins is the official name.
Okay.
I think that's okay, but if you call them Siamese twins, that's bad.
That's bad.
That's just dumb. But I wrote down a couple tweets because people really enjoyed the story of Lori and Dory. Remember Lori and Dory? The one that wanted to be a country western singer? And
Yes.
And the other one didn't want anything to do with
And
it.
she was trans, right?
And then she turned into a dude. That's right. I forgot about. Can you say turned into a dude?
No, I think that's bad too.
Why is that bad?
Because you're using the word dude.
One of them turned into a dude. Was the country western singer?
What do you think about
Who turned into the dude? Did you do any?
Robert?
Right. I think because the one was getting all the attention because she was the country western singer and she wanted her hair done a certain way, and the other one didn't want her hair done the same way, and they kind of share one giant head. That I bet you the other one that wasn't the country western singer is like, I need attention now, so I'm gonna turn into a dude. What do you think?
I'm in. I mean, it's crazy. It's a crazy world that I don't understand.
It is a crazy world,
and there's no way to talk about it without offending somebody.
Why?
So because I mean, you're talking about Siamese twins having sex, and then one having a sex change, and one wanting to be a singer. I mean, listen. If I was a Siamese twin, then I would just be like, hey, guys, let's keep a low profile.
There's no need for you to do any interviews.
Yeah, we're good. You know what I mean? Let's talk to each other.
Matter of fact,
let's get along. Let's go get a little ice cream.
Right.
Let's drink a vodka. You know what I mean?
A vodka. A double, obviously.
There it is.
You know, matter of fact, I built you, I should say. I built you a cabin up in the mountains.
Yeah, we're going to go in the mountains.
You'll be happy up there.
I'm going to put this meat necklace around you. We're going to go look for bear. Going to end this.
No. Don't get on the bike and ride around town.
With no reason to fucking start singing now.
The two-headed.
That's just me, you know what I mean?
The one that shares a pretty much a normal body with two heads with giant shoulders, you know. No reason to get on that bike and ride into town and do some errands. I'll get it. Just give me a
Amazon. Let's Amazon it up.
Amazon it up. But anyway, they loved that we were talking about the conjoined twins, and there were a couple tweets that came in that were hilarious. It turns out Lori and Dory, so that's the country western singer, and the one turned into a dude. Right. This guy Chelsea Guy 82 on Twitter, he writes or tweeted, "Lori and Dory are from the city I live in."
What?
They used to walk around the mall and yell at people for looking at them.
Oh, no.
But how do you not look?
I'm sorry.
How do you
I
not
am
look?
looking, and I'm not going to stop looking until you're out of my sight.
There are times, you know, you judge the situation. There are times you're like, I really got to look, but I don't want this person knowing I'm looking. I get that. Then there's other times you don't want to miss that opportunity, and you're just looking. You're not looking around to see if there's windows with a reflection so you can take a peek. You're like just giving them the dead stare. You have to. That's part of being a human. You get to see shit.
Right.
Weird shit.
Right.
Unusual shit. And then this guy wrote GL Monkey on Twitter. He goes, I live in the same town as Lori and Dory. A lot of Lori and Dory tweets came in.
Why do these people all live in the same town as these two?
And he goes, and I helped them one day at Circuit City. I can confirm they're not nice and very angry.
Really?
But I'm thinking to myself.
But let me ask you a question: Have you ever seen anybody happy buying appliances at Circuit City?
Well, that's a good point. And then on top of it, you got a conjoined twin attached to you.
You know, we're trying to sell you that extra warranty for your TV.
No, I think we got bigger
for $29. It's like, leave me alone. She's making out with a dude.
And I can't hide.
Fuck your warranty. It's Circuit City.
But I was thinking about what that guy tweeted. I was thinking, you'd be angry too if you had a headache literally attached to your head.
Oh my God. Jesus, Opie. Jesus.
What is wrong with saying that?
Everything.
Why?
Unbelievable.
But they really enjoyed that podcast.
I watched The Avengers.
Oh, how is that? Really? What makes it Are you like are you a superhero type fan?
Well, that's the only movie you can watch now. Like, it's only superhero movies.
True.
There's only 2 movies that sell now.
Right.
3 movies.
Right.
Robot explosion movies.
Right.
Superheroes.
Right.
Or backhanded social lecturing environment movies.
Right.
Like Giant Flood, or the ice caps are
Right.
melting, or a dinosaur comes because of what we did and eats us all. Right? So that's it.
Yeah.
Here's the problem with the Avengers. So, the fight scene was awesome. You know, like at the end when all shit starts.
It better be.
It was
the whole
epic.
movie. The whole movie's a build up for the fight scenes.
I mean, it was an epic thing.
Right.
Epic. And then I wish it would have ended there. I was crying. You know what I mean?
Oh, they had the fake ending where there was more after the big fight.
So the big fight, and then it stopped, and then I cried a little bit.
You did.
Yeah.
All right, Joey Salvia here. I wasn't going to jump in on this podcast because the guys were doing just fine by themselves in a noisy kitchen. In fact, if I used any more noise reduction in this podcast, you wouldn't be able to hear Gregg or Carl. That noisy. But, spoiler alert. If you've not seen the movie Avengers Endgame and you plan on doing so, you're going to have to skip the next 3, 4, 5 minutes because Carl is about to give away the most fucking detailed spoilers you've ever heard someone give in a podcast. And without any warning whatsoever from our host, Gregg, and of course the chef. So it's my job to tell you to skip ahead 4 minutes and 13 seconds from here.
Yeah, because the Iron Man died, and fucking Iron Man's awesome.
That's not good.
Iron Man's the best one, because now you know the franchise is gone.
Right.
I don't care about Paul Rudd as Ant-Man. Like, fuck you.
Especially when he just looks and acts like Paul Rudd.
It's like Paul Rudd inside of a fucking superhero movie.
Hey, Paul, you're just pulling
It's like, look, it's Iron Man. Look, hey, Paul.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You're just being Paul Rudd in a Halloween costume.
Yeah, it's like, seriously.
How
Like,
you change up your acting?
yeah, like everyone else is so intense, and there's Paul Rudd like, it's shrinking.
Hi, I'm Paul Rudd.
Yeah, and he's the one that comes up with the solution, which made me angry.
I want you to believe I'm a superhero.
I mean, if anyone should have turned to dust, it was Paul Rudd.
Stupid Paul Rudd.
Silly Paul. Hey, make sure that the wine that you get is from this year. Don't take any wine that can vote.
Oh, very good.
So,
Very good.
so the
Save the old shit. That's
Yeah.
basically what you're saying.
yeah. I just thought of something. Oh my god!
Avengers, Paul Rudd,
Fucking Paul Rudd
making you cry.
making me cry. So
'Cause
the
Iron Man
fight
died.
scene, Iron Man died. Now I'm like, wow, what a fucking movie.
Yeah.
Then they shoot to Iron Man's funeral at his house. I don't care.
Nah.
And it was all the superheroes and Paul Rudd
Right.
dressed up in like black,
Right.
and they sent the wreath out to the lake.
Ew.
I'm like, didn't need this part of the movie. Did it completely gratuitous.
Of course.
I mean, the people from Zamunda were there, and all the,
Yeah.
everybody was there. Black Panther. But,
That's insecure producers.
yeah.
Because Iron Man dying pulls at your heartstrings already. You don't have to push it all the way
made me-
home.
yeah, but they pushed it so home.
Nah, you don't need to do that.
Well, wait. But there's more. It was like a ShamWow fucking commercial.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, all right, wow, what a movie. I'm ready to get up. It's 3 hours fucking long.
Right.
So I'm like, I'm out of popcorn. I got a stomach ache. I had a chocolate chip cookie. I had a milkshake and a Fribble and a Slurpee. I'm exhausted.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it was a good day. Solid.
You're all sugared up.
I'm sugared up in this movie. I'm just finish. So then it's like, okay, all of a sudden, they go into the woods. They flash to another day,
Yeah.
and they're sending Captain America
Yeah.
back in time
Why?
to get rid of all the stones.
Right.
Okay? I don't care about the stones. Thanos is gone. You should have kept the stones. Did whatever the fuck you want.
Right.
I don't care.
Of course.
So now it's such a whole nother movie where Captain America goes back to get rid of the stones or whatever.
Right.
And they're like, all right, he'll be back in 5 seconds because the way time travel works, it could be a long time for him, but it could be...
Yeah.
He doesn't come back. He misses the window. Then they pan to the left, and there's an old man sitting on the park bench next to the lake. And it's Captain America. He decided to stay and with the love of his life, right?
Yeah.
And be like, have a normal life.
Right.
So then he aged when he came back.
Right.
And then he's sitting on the bench. So now they're trying to make me cry about Captain America. I'm all out of tears,
No,
motherfucker.
you're done with your tears at that point.
And then-
so Iron Man's dead and Captain America aged to an old man?
Yeah, now he's an old man. And he takes out this leather bag and gives the Black Hawk guy, you know, the Hawk guy?
Yeah.
Gives him the shield. Says, it's time you're Captain America.
Ew.
I'm like, fucking boo! Fight scene done. Iron Man dead.
Credits roll.
Credits roll, bro. Fucking learn how to make
Right.
I'm telling $1 billion franchise how to make a movie. That's like you with The Rock. You'll never be as famous as me.
No, you had to remember that story. Had to remember that one.
Yeah. I just heard myself sounding like a fucking
Wow, that's
troll.
That's terrible when they.
I was all out of tears. Iron Man got me. I was fucking crying.
Like you did it.
You did it. You got
did
me.
it. You're
I'm
good.
dead inside.
We're
Yeah.
good. We don't need the extra here. That's unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
I was going to talk about she's fingering the fart juice, but we might have to save that for the next episode of the OpieRadio
Give him a
podcast.
teaser. Give us a teaser-oo.
All right, she's fingering the fart juice.
What is that?
See, that's your tease.
All right.
Carl goes, all right. And a couple other things. I want to talk about robots real fast.
Let's do it.
Robots are getting out of control. If you follow us on Twitter, I always send Carl the latest robot story. So know what I did really fast? Oh, first of all, as I was doing this, what are you doing? Carl went to the sink.
That's what?
A little. Oh, well, I would like I would like a little glass of water. Carl's.
I got caught on the fence.
Oh my God, Carl!
Running to the bus.
Carl's sleeve is completely ripped because he got. When you were hopping a fence to get to the bus, so Carl was hopping a fence. And you're not as limber. Carl's going into the freezer to get real water like a gentleman, but his whole right sleeve is ripped off his shirt. It's hanging. No, I'm good. No, I don't want a Bloody Mary. I got things to do. No, I do love. Carl, that shirt is literally hanging on by a thread.
I took a shot.
Oh my God. That's classic.
Gotta take a picture.
I will. Anyway, Carl's getting water. Carl, I wanted to turn you onto something, though. As I was doing my robot research for this podcast, there's a device that you got to tweet. A device that feeds you Oreos without having to use your hands. So you're working in the kitchen, you need an Oreo. I think what happens is you put your chin down, you push your chin down like that, and an Oreo slides down, a mini slide into your mouth.
I had a priest that tried to trick me by that.
There it is. There it is. I knew you'd have something on that. Ooh. You smoke in your kitchen?
No.
Oh.
Just put my cigarettes over
Oh, all right. Well, they're going to hear the lighter. No. Click, click.
there. I'm just joking.
They're doing the anti-smoking commercials again. Do they bother you at all? The anti-smoking on TV, where they're dying basically, and they're in ICU, and their last the last thing they want to do on Earth is pretty much tell people not to smoke. Easy for you to say.
Yeah.
You enjoyed it.
Yeah, exactly.
Let the youth enjoy their cigarettes.
I gotta tell you the other day, I don't know if this is contemplating suicide or not, but I'm good. I was sitting at the lake the other day,
Right.
and I'm like, because people all the time like, you're gonna die. How are you not 500 pounds? And I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, I'm good.
So if it ends tomorrow, you're good.
I'm good.
You're good.
Like, I don't feel like,
So if I have to talk, I'll just say, hey, he told me he was good.
yeah, Carl said he's good.
Right.
But I'm just saying, like, I've accomplished what I wanted to accomplish. I think with my lifestyle, I've gone above and beyond
Right.
what I could. And I don't want to be around for the robots.
Well, the robots are coming. They're coming. I did
They're coming for my job.
dude, I just want to read robot news headlines. This is all within the last week, Carl. I didn't have to go far.
Yep.
They're literally from May. First 2 weeks of May. Underground robots changing the mining industry. So now you're getting robots to live underground and be comfortable.
Oh my God.
Why would you do that?
The problem is but people don't realize is these are all weapons.
Of course, that's why I wrote all these headlines down.
And that's why I believe in AI. And I believe that, what do they call it, singularity?
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
Of course. No, they already know it's going to happen. That machines will be smarter than humans. There's no way around that. That's why this whole robotic technology thing is really, really stupid. So the first headline, underground robots changing the mining industry. The next news item on robots, robot butlers coming to do your chores. So now you got the robots in your home pissing them off as they do all your chores that you don't want to do.
And then once the government presses a button, they all turn on you.
Of course. They're cleaning your swamp ass underwear at your house. You don't think they're gonna start getting pissed off inside?
I don't think they're going to get pissed off. They'll tell them to get pissed off.
Right. Well, I don't know. No, eventually they'll be thinking on their own.
The problem with robots is,
know that, right?
Right. The problem with robots is this. It's the opposite. I want you to think opposite robots.
Okay.
It's not that they can be mean. It's that they can't be your friend.
Yeah, of
That's
course.
the big problem.
Yeah, but we're going to be stupid enough to...
Like a dog can kill you, right?
Right.
But a dog has an ability to love you.
Sort of.
Enough that it doesn't kill you. Enough that it doesn't kill you.
You die in your house.
But you're dead.
You die in your house.
Yeah.
The food runs out.
Right.
The dog is eating you.
Okay, but you're speaking about something that happens to anything that's biological. There's been documented cases of airplane accidents where the people were stranded and they ate each other.
Right.
So if you don't trust the dog, you can't trust you. It's the same thing.
Would you eat a human to survive?
And now even if I don't even have to, but I can get away with it.
You're curious. You're curious. You sick fuck, you're curious.
No, but it's survival because if I'm with a bunch of people and
Yeah.
I'm the only one that knows how to cook something,
Right.
they're not going to eat me.
All right, as a chef, what part of the body would be the best part if you had to eat a human? Had to.
If you had to,
You're in the Alps. Famous story with
do I
the
have
plane.
salt or I don't have salt?
You used to play soccer. Now you're eating your
I have salt
teammates.
on the plane, right?
No salt.
No salt.
It's as bad as it gets.
I could start a fire, right? I don't have to make sashimi.
You could. Oh God. Yeah, you could start a fire.
I would take all the wine in those little carts,
Right.
and I would probably take. Well, I'd find someone heavier that doesn't move a lot, just
Right.
because the meat would be softer.
Right.
I wouldn't get like the guy with the Fitbit.
Oh really? No.
No, because you'd be all, we have a lot of nerves. We're very nervy. So you're going to have to depend on the fat. And we're going to be very gamey because of what we eat.
Oh my God.
If you ever saw the dead body, you could tell. Like, if you smell a dead pig, they don't smell that bad. After they start rotting, you
Right.
smell a dead human.
It's a
That's
whole different
that first
story.
time I smelled a dead human, I'll never forget.
Ugh.
A dead guy in a dumpster once.
No, that's just lovely.
Yeah. So what I would do is I'd probably take the lower back, the fillet. I'd take that little area, clean it up, maybe the rib meat,
Right.
and then I would soak it. I would tell everybody, chill out.
It's gonna take a little
It's
while.
going to take a little while. We're going to brine this up a little bit.
Right. Here's a few fingers.
And then I would
Have
probably,
at the fingers. I'll get the
then I would take
entree
I
in a
would
minute.
take maybe the thigh and then marinate that in whatever liquid alcohol they have, like the bourbons or something like that. That's it.
Yeah.
And then I would braise it. I would braise it with whatever they had in there.
Yeah.
So I'm sure the plane has water.
Right.
Can't use the toilet water because it's blue. But fuck it at this point. But you could eat that water. It's just blue.
Right.
But I'd probably do a nice little braise.
A nice little break. Oh, just eat around the tattoo.
And then I would shred the meat.
Yeah.
I would take it off the bones because human bones, you can tell it's human bones.
Right.
So you want to get rid of those. You don't want some people to
You
see
don't want it to look like a human.
No.
As best
And
as
then
you can.
I'd probably mix. If I could, I'd probably mix it with like the little pretzels and stuff.
Right.
Make like and that would thicken the stock a little bit.
Oh my God. That's real life right there. More robot headlines, all within the last 2 weeks. Socializing robots, helping robots function in the real world.
This is bad.
That's so
This is
stupid.
bad. We should stop doing technology now. We're good.
I think we're good,
Right?
Because we think we're smarter than we really are. That's the problem. You don't want to teach robots how to socialize.
How long before the robots realize that we're living too long and we're reproducing too much?
Right.
And then they're going to kill us.
Of course. Hummingbird robots use AI to map surroundings without sight. They go where drones can't. So now they're flying in and out of your homes, these hummingbird fucking robots.
I live by Picatinny Arsenal,
Yeah.
and there's signs.
Remember we tried to go down that
Yeah,
dirt
they
road?
said, my buddy Roy took me. I had a meeting with the fire department. We went down the road, and he was telling me the story that when the time they had to go in there, they had a robot gun,
Right.
and they shot it,
Yeah.
and it went through like 4 metal plates. It was
Wow.
supposed to, and set the ridge on fire.
Wow.
And the Rockaway Fire Department had to go in there,
Right.
and he said they have their own fire department, but it was overwhelming. And
Yeah.
they were like, bruh. He was like, dude, that place isn't. He goes, the minute you drive to the second Sentry Gate,
Yeah.
just thinks this U.S. Army. He says everything stops working. He says the radios in our trucks didn't work. Our GPS was wiped out. Everything. He says when you Google Map Picatinny Arsenal, it just comes out blurred.
Really?
And it's its own town with its own restaurant, houses, and it's just fucking what goes on there.
That's scary. That's real shit.
That's
though.
real shit. Right?
And it's all for the military in the end, right?
Well, it all starts with the military.
Yeah,
From
of
the
course.
iPhone, it's all military technology.
And then, this one, teaching robots to safely work alongside humans in kitchens.
There it is.
That's happening, right?
It's going to be number one. We're going to be on the forefront of technology.
The kitchens.
Kitchens.
Why?
Because it's the largest mass of labor. Cheap labor. There's no way that it's not going to happen. If you're a restaurateur, right, and you have a robot, that robot's not going to try to have sex with the manager in the walk-in. It's not going to steal your forks. It's not going to slip and fall and sue you. And it's not going to call out.
It's just going to work its butt off.
I mean, each employee that you have, think about it. If he makes, $60,000 a year, multiply that by 5. Right?
300 G's.
300,000 an employee, and that doesn't include benefits and whatever, and all the food that he consumes and steals, and problems that he causes with other employees. So let's put a round number of 450,000.
Right.
In 5 years for an average cook.
Right.
An average. 60,000 in New York is nothing.
Right.
So say the machine costs 150,000. After 2 years,
it's paid for.
You have a free fucking a slave. This is the new slave trade.
Right. The new Mexicans.
Yeah, electric Mexicans.
I mean, I hate to say that, but
these are electric Mexicans.
Right.
I'm gonna be fucking out of business.
Right. More robot headlines from literally the last 2 weeks. NASA's using 3D printers to develop soft robots for space exploration, and they say that sort of look like the aliens that we have seen or people have seen.
Right.
So that could literally just be robots from another world, and actually they're not, living, breathing aliens.
I agree.
You agree?
Could be. It's everything. There's definitely aliens, and there's definitely robots.
100%.
Yeah.
There's aliens. Of course.
Only an idiot thinks that we're here by ourselves.
Oh,
you have to be dumb.
Well, you have to be an evangelist. Most people think we're the only one. It's completely insane to think about.
Do you think if God is so powerful like this, he's just going to make Earth?
Yeah, just one little spot where it's like,
you know what? I'm all-seeing, all-powerful.
Right.
I'm going to hedge all my bets. Even though I know everything, I know the past and the future and the present.
Right.
I'm just going to put it all on Earth.
I know there's more galaxies than grains of sand on Earth.
I created infinity.
Right.
Because I'm all-knowing, all-powerful. But you know what? I'm just going to concentrate on this. Yeah. This is my little pet project.
Right. See all these grains of sand.
Those barren.
Every grain of sand is a galaxy. I'm going to pick this one piece of sand over here.
Yeah, we're going to do a beta
somewhere in
test.
that tiny, tiny piece of sand, I'm going to make life. The rest of this,
just barren.
Dead.
Yeah, all right.
I can't even discuss it anymore with people. I can't. I think there's so much. There are so many inhabitable planets out there, you can't even count that high.
Yeah.
I completely
Look at the Avengers.
believe it.
Half of those people weren't even
And then they're like, well, why haven't we found life yet? Because we haven't even really gotten out into space. We're bragging about how far we've gotten. That's nothing when you talk about the universe.
Have you ever thought that we don't want to find it?
Well, why?
Well, I'll tell you why. Because
they know about us before we're going to know about them.
We know about them.
They know about us.
There's no government that wants to tell their people that there's other fixes because it'll shift the power base. The politicians and all these people that control us won't be able to control us anymore.
Right, because now we're like, well, fuck building a wall. We all got to get the fuck together and make sure we protect ourselves from those motherfuckers. Right. Of course. I like that. Amazon's robots pack 700 boxes per hour.
I love it.
This went under the radar, but basically Amazon has figured out the robot thing, and they are packing boxes at an alarming rate, and that's putting people out of business as well.
One of the if you ever get a chance, one of the largest robot organizations is Rolex.
Really?
Rolex is literally almost completely automated, except the finishing of the watches.
Right.
They have the most advanced robot inventory system you've ever seen. They have these walls in Switzerland, and their robots move through the wall, and they pick the different parts, and everything is automated.
Come on.
Yes. Rolex is unbelievable.
Wow.
And they've been quietly doing that in Switzerland, and nobody knows nothing.
Right.
And here's the problem: is I see all these people like these activists and stuff, and I'm like, bro, like Amazon is like. I walk down 8th Avenue here and I see the Google sign, and I told my friend, I go, our kids are going to think that's the government.
Right.
That's the new White House.
Yeah.
Is that Google building.
Yeah, that's becoming more powerful than...
All these companies are going to be automated, and a lot of it is self-imposed. Look what organized labor did in Detroit. Right? It fucking tore it apart. You can't have entrepreneurship and all these regulations at the same time, because entrepreneurs are smarter than you. They're going to figure out a way around it.
Yeah, they'll figure out the workaround every time.
Remember 5 years ago?
Yeah.
When everybody was like, raise the minimum wage. We finally got it. But now...
that old gag. I was the one yelling and screaming like, oh, great, you're going to get $15 an hour, $17 an hour. No one's going to hire you. They can't afford that.
Right.
They cannot afford to hire you, so they will figure out other ways, and that's why all the kiosks are popping up.
Look at those kiosks in
Every
McDonald's.
kiosk used to be a worker. They had no choice. They had to look for an alternative because they can't afford that.
I like the kiosk. I get my kids.
I love it, too.
That's all I want.
Oh, self-checkout kiosks, I'm all about it.
And how about Amazon? They're testing the supermarket with no employees. Did you see
Right,
that?
I saw that.
It started.
Right.
And these are all the companies, and these companies are getting good at it. And once they get good at it,
Yeah.
done deal.
The stupid activists, though, yelling and screaming, we got to raise minimum wage. I just sit back and go, more you guys are going to be out of work.
Yeah.
You're not going to force a McDonald's to hire a ton of employees at that rate. They'll go out of business. So then they went to Japan and said, give me some kiosks. I mean, we're good now. We're going that route.
But the thing is if you follow, I follow restaurant trends and stuff. They've been developing this for years. They were just waiting for the right social climate.
Right. Oh, I see. That makes sense.
All of a sudden, don't you think it's weird?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, kiosks.
Yeah.
They got the machine now that makes hamburgers and hot dogs perfect. I'm watching McDonald's make that.
Yeah.
The new quarter pounder. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm looking at the machine and there's someone closing the lid. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm like, all they need to do is attach another machine to that and
Right.
you're out.
Yeah. I started going to McDonald's again because, I got the young kids, make fun. But I'm not a fast food guy in general. But I started going again because of my kids.
I love McDonald's.
And I go right up to the kiosk. It's fun.
Yeah.
You're with your kids, and they're enjoying, like, oh, I want this. And
I order more.
And you personalize everything you want on your burger. And do you want the fries or the apples or the yogurt or what kind of drink you want? You want the bed. And they're punching away, and it's like, okay, put your credit card in, boom. And all you have to deal with is number 14. And you don't have any attitude. They just hand you your food. That's it.
That's it.
And then you go get your soda, and then you're out of there.
That's it.
So,
I'm 100% happy with the new style.
All right, here we go. Some more robot headlines from the last 2 weeks. Tech forums. Wow, I can't even read my own writing. What an idiot. Okay, tech firms, I guess I wrote, vying to sell drones, robots, and other unmanned systems to the military. Of course.
Who else is gonna buy it?
Robots coming to hospitals near you. Of course. Robots thrive at jobs that humans find too boring. Wow. There it is, that's there.
The key.
There it is.
That's the key.
That used to be the illegal immigrants.
Right.
Right? And now they're being replaced by the robots doing all the jobs we don't want to do.
Right.
That's why illegal immigration worked for all those years. Because in the end, it was all the jobs none of us wanted to do.
Right. But now it's changing.
And then you got the activists that have to be like, blah, 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 about that. Blah, 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 blah.
I like that.
Blah, 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 blah. I mean, I guess in their hearts they mean well, but they're just stupid people. They're just stupid. And then finally, this is the one that brings it all together, this news headline. Why won't we let robots into our homes and our hearts? It's a news article.
What does it say again?
Why won't we let robots into our homes and our hearts?
Unbelievable.
Because the robot's going to come in and have sex with your wife and eat your children. You idiots.
Unbelievable.
But it's somebody out there that a do-gooder. Why won't we let the robots into our homes and our hearts? Because people are scared shitless of them.
They should be.
Right?
They're built to they're better than us.
Of course they're better than us.
Unbelievable. Really bringing me down with these robots.
Why am I bringing you down, brother?
These robots are scary.
Anyway, you've got a busy... Whoa, look at this.
you looking at monkeys?
See Gorilla's hilarious attempts to avoid rain.
I saw it. It wasn't that funny.
I didn't think it was funny either. I don't know why it's on my thing. Anyway, Carl, thanks for inviting me to your kitchen here, La Cubana.
I promised you would take me for hot dogs.
We're leaving here to go get hot dogs? Yeah, we can do that. Maybe we'll do a little podcast.
No way.
A little
At
extra.
Chelsea Market. It'll be nuts.
Oh, no, it is nuts.
But there's a sign in front of this place that says New York's best hot dog.
Right.
Can't let that happen.
One of the best sites, by the way, is Digital Trends for all the technology and the robots that is completely out of control. And just a quick search there. Bottle flipping robots may be the most millennial thing we've ever seen. So you got robots that are doing bottle flipping. Autonomous package delivery robots are ready to steal your mailman's job. You saw those, right?
No.
They're little down to the ground, like little square robots that just march to your house and drop off your shit. It's happening, man. It's happening more in the factories themselves. They're sorting stuff that way. Yeah. Welcome to the uncanny valley. This robot head shows lifelike expressions.
Oh, boy. More than fish now, Opie.
More than fish. We put eyebrows on our robots. We're idiots. Because we're going to start feeling sorry for them. No eyebrows. Experiments suggest that the best robot bosses can be jerks. That's all you need to see there, right? Anyway, it goes on. This myth-inspired karate chopping robot could save your life one day. How is it going to save your life? It's going to kill you before it saves your life. Strawberry picking robots can replace human workers in the field. It's all over the place.
It's not good.
Not good. All right.
All righty.
Your kitchen's getting more and more busy, so I think that's our cue to get the hell out of here and go get some hot dogs. Thank you, Carl. I'm very excited for you. And it was fun trying out this table because I think we could do some podcasts from here with the gang.
Oh, you do them down in the restaurant too?
Yeah, but I could see the crew sitting here.
Oh, they would love it.
And just hanging out. Of course, they're going to demand that you give them food, but
It's okay.
it'll be fun. All right. So, live from Carl's Kitchen at La Cubana, and the restaurant's opening in like 2 weeks. I hope a lot of fans of the podcast come and check out your restaurant, man.
I hope so too.
I want to end the podcast like in a very different way.
What's that?
Mike Sappho's dad died. So I want people to reach out to Mike Sappho online and give your condolences. I'd appreciate it.
Yeah. Sorry about that, Mikey.
It was very, very unexpected. So that life will kick you in the fucking teeth. It'll kick you in the fucking teeth.
No one will be surprised when I die. I don't think it's unexpected, right?
Well, how about you stop thinking about that?
I don't. Everyone is just wishing me dead on social media.
Well, don't you want to? Don't you want a few more?
I think I'm good.
You don't care either way.
Not really.
For real?
I don't think so.
Why?
I had a good time. I had a good run.
How about you continue just having a good time?
I am.
Oh, so you're like, do you got signs?
What do you mean?
Your heart skips a beat every once in a while. Why are you talking like this?
What do you mean skips a beat?
You know, all of a sudden you're
That's
like,
not normal.
I think you're healthier. That's
I
the
am
weird
gonna be
part.
healthy.
Because we used to walk these streets and you'd be like, "Oh, slow down!" I'm like, well, dude, the lady in the wheelchair is beating
I
us.
was just looking out on the horizon the other day, and I said, you know what?
You're good.
I'm good.
It's not a bad place to be.
I mean, if I live for another 50 years, which I'm not, you know what I mean, or whatever. How I'm 44, so what is that? I'm realistic.
Huh?
I probably got another 10 years before like the health.
Do
really
Cubans
gets me.
go early?
Cubans like me do.
Really? You know a lot of Cubans that
Everyone
go
with my
early?
last name pretty much drops really quick. Except
Really?
My grandfather had the long gene, 101.
You went 101.
Drank every day, smoked cigars, cigarettes.
Imagine if you're 101 still Ruizing. What that would look like.
Oh my God! Giving STDs to everyone at the old folks' home. I don't want to live that long because I'm not gonna have anyone to take care of me.
You don't need anyone to take care of you.
I want to be in some government institution
Yeah, you just need like one of those nurses to come by and check on you.
because I'm not getting married.
They'll give you a sponge bath.
I don't have kids,
Right.
which makes me unbelievably dateable right now. at 44. I mean, I am at my peak.
Right.
Straight up apex, fucking as good as it gets.
That's the big get out there for the ladies.
Got a job in the city.
Well, stop. How about you just continue on?
Stop what?
I don't like that.
The rock and roll?
The rock and roll.
I'm not stopping the rock and roll.
All right, don't stop the rock and roll. All right, we did it, but reach out to Mike Sappho.
Yeah, sorry about that, Mikey.
That's one of those.
Is old man a cop?
I don't know much about his old man,
He doesn't talk a lot.
but it was unexpected. He was at Mike's wedding, having a really good time. He
Well, at least he got to.
told his wife the famous "I don't feel that well. I'm going to lay down," and that was it, man. That was it, just like that. So, really, really sad news from Mike. Joey, wrap it up.
You got it, Greg. My sincere condolences to Mike Sappho and his entire family. God bless you, brother. Prayers to you. I'm very sorry. We'll leave a link in the show notes to Mike Sappho's Twitter so that you guys can reach out as well. Joey Salvia for Opie Radio. 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 Radio.